Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the Fanshobby Feilong, I believe its name. This is a double cross, I think Monster Bot. Definitely in that G1 era where I'm not the biggest fan of. So yeah, this is the first time I've taken a look at a Fanshobby figure. So yeah. So here he is in his dragon mode. So it's got the two-headed dragons. So let's give you a good 360. I don't have his box or instructions and stuff, but he's not that difficult. And I have a theory about something, but we'll get to that at the end. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. This swivels here, and then he's got a hinge here, here, and here, so he gets a good range of motion. There's also another bicep or a swivel here, and another one here. So he gets a good range of motion. Now, one thing I will point out, this doesn't have a ratchet in here. This needed a ratchet because this head is heavy. And while I don't think like right off the bat it's going to start slipping on you, but it's got like no tolerance. It's not a very heavy tolerance joint, so it just kind of, it just doesn't feel that sturdy. The jaw does open and close. It's got double hinge here, and then this also has a double hinge, but you have to kind of slowly fold it out so you can get this all the way back if you wanted to. And then this can go all the way back like this. This is more for robot mode, but yeah. So there's that. And then wings, they've got a hinge here and here. I can't seem to get this to tab in so it's flush. So I don't know if that's by design or if that's user error here. But it does fold out like that there if you need it to. Ball joint at the shoulder here. And then a hinge at the forearm. And that's pretty much it for that. There is a waist swivel in there. You can get used out of the waist swivel in there. Do the hips being right in here, you kind of get a little bit of it like an ab crunch type going on. The guns can plug into the back here. You can obviously take them out and set them to the side. And nothing really at the tail. Back leg is on ratchet swivel. No hinges. This is on a ball joint, so it hinges here pretty good. Up pretty good. The foot ratchets up and down, and then the heel spur just swivels. No ratchet on that. All in all, he feels a little floppy, but he does hold pretty well. He feels floppy, but I think that's just the weight distribution, however you say that word. How the weight kind of like factors in, you know, it's like this is heavier than this, and this is lighter than this, and so it just kind of feels floppy, but he does stand pretty sturdily. So yeah, that's really all there is to his dragon mode. So let's go ahead and get him transformed. So I've only done this once, so bear with me. Fold this up, just kind of fold it out of the way and pull the wings forward. Just trying to get it out of the way here, just like that. He's a big boy, so just bear with me. We'll do the legs first. You want to split this section here like that, and then we want to rotate this section up. Just gonna get that out of the way. Pull this panel out like that, and then it can come out like this, and from there you can take tail, move that off to the side, and ratchet the leg out. Alright, now we take this leg here, keep this folded up. This will untab from here, and it rotates around. And then in like this, so that it all lines up like that on the inside. So this will fold down like there. And then you take this toe piece, just kind of accordion it like that, and then the toe piece will straighten out like that. This will collapse over and down. And there's the foot. Unless I missed something. I think that seems right to me. That'll fold down to the side, and we'll do the same thing over here. So this will fold down and out, out. Tab this, and this will come in that. Fold that down. It's not complicated, it's just a little frustrating. This will fold over and down, this will come down, and there you go. That will come down like that. I think that's how the feet go. I don't see any other way to do it. Look it up real quick on BBTS, see if that is how the feet look. Yeah, I suppose that's it. So, yeah, whatever. Alright, now what we'll do here, we gotta get this chest all sorted out here. So this will, arms will come around. Now they can only swivel most of the way, so you have to turn them. You gotta watch out for this piece here, this round piece here. So flip the camera up a little bit more. There we go. Like that. And then we can take this back piece here, and this will fold down. Get that out of the way, and then we split this. Head will come up, chest piece will come out, and the goal here with the chest piece is to pull it out enough so it comes most of the way out. And there's a little groove section here that'll plug around this chest piece here. That, like that. Head comes down. This will come up and kind of tab into place, and this will fold down like that. Situate the wings how you want them, and there you go. And that's pretty much it. I think. Again, I don't have instructions, so I watched part of a video, so I think I got it right. You can take the guns here, open this up, and these will plug in this slot here. You just close it up, and you know, that's how you want to do it. Frankly, you know, if I was going to pose them with a weapon, I'd just, you know, kind of fold that out and just kind of say that's Canon mode. I don't know. So yeah. Posability wise, head is on a ball joint, so you get the left and right, up, down. Doesn't seem to really want to tab in anywhere down there. Shoulders rotate up and down. No ratchets here, but there's a ratchet here. Swivel here, or hinge here, inside there. So hinge there. Bicep swivel. Double bent hinge there at the elbow. Swivel at the dragon head. It doesn't get you much, just a little bit. And of course, you know that opens and closes. We already went through that. Waist swivel. Moving this stuff out of the way here. You got ratchet up and down. It's not the greatest, but it works. Ratchets in and out. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee. Not a great bend, but it is a bend, so you have to count it. Feet. I do not like these at all, because it's on this ball joint right here. So it's not like it really needed to. Like I would have taken a lock foot mechanism here, where this is just locked into place. Then I would the tilt, because the tilt is actually now hindering the figure, because that ball joint is a little too on the loose side. So it's just unfortunate there. I think he's got a great, heel spur there, but not enough toe. So he doesn't feel as balanced. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's going anywhere, aside from the fact that he's on those ball joints that are just kind of floppy. And of course, the wing's got hinge here at the body, here going backwards, and here going forwards, a little bit back. And yeah. Yeah. So size comparison wise, here he is with MP10 and an MP car. So all in all, I think it could have been refined a little bit better. A lot of people were saying that these guys are actually really good. I can say it's decent. It's not the greatest. I'm not overly thrilled with it. It's far, and maybe part of that is just because I really don't give a shit about the character. He's never been on my top. Like, man, I need to get the monster bots. It's more of a like, oh, yep, he's there. Quite frankly, I think I was a little bit more happy with the Titans Return, because that has a $15, $16 price point. This guy's got $100. Let's see here, $125 price point. So he's $110 more. And I think they could have spent a little bit more time refining it. He looks good. He's got a good presence. He's definitely a big bulky bot. Just it's not for me. It's not for me. Now, what I wanted to talk about with this guy is, I've heard some people, because I'm not on the forums all the time, so I don't sit there and read every single forum, and I don't watch every single review. So maybe somebody else has already said this, or maybe somebody has like actual confirmation of certain things. But I have heard people question, who is this company really? Like, because most of these third-party companies are actually under just new names because they're trying to make a new brand. To me, the sculpt, the feel of the plastic, the way the transformation works, the way the ratchets work, the way things are cut, like how this, just the way certain things are cut, like, I mean, just this way this is cut, the way it feels, to me, this screams Fans Project. Screams it. Top of the lung, screams it. I don't know if they are together, or something, or maybe it's like a sub company. But for me, if I were to wager a guess, I'm putting my money on Fans Project. It just, everything about it feels like Fans Project. If you take this figure, and I don't have one readily available, but if you take this figure, look at the legs, look at the way the legs work, the way the legs look, and grab the Fans Project, what's his name? Well, any of the Fans Project dinos, really. Grab him and compare the way the legs are designed and the way the plastic feels. To me, it screams it. Maybe not to everybody, but for me, my money's on Fans Project. I think they're related. But yeah. All in all, though, my rating on this guy is gonna have to be a 6 out of 10. I think for $125 they could have refined it a little bit better. Price wise, he's actually not that bad in comparison to some third parties and even official figures of this size with this much diecast. I mean, he's only a little bit smaller, he's only a little bit shorter than MP10, as you can see, but he's got more diecast and he's a bigger, bulkier figure. So, I mean, the price point's not bad. I think though, for that price point, they could have refined it a little bit better. Like, having ratchets in these arms here is a need. Definitely a need. If you're putting that much weight on a small joint like that and not putting ratchets in there, it's just gonna fall apart. And the feet, it needs a little bit more of a toe. The heel is fine, but I think they should have really focused on getting some better toes in there, and tightened up that ball joint, because that's loose. And I know we can tighten up the ball joint, but that's not the point. The point is, how good is it right out of the box? And for me, not that great. It's not bad by any means. If you're into the Monster Bots and you need Monster Bots for a Masterpiece scale line, then I would recommend it. But if you're a collector like me that's just looking for a good G1, cast or something like that, he's out of the show. So that wouldn't work for you. Yeah, I don't think he's great. I don't. And I don't think he's necessary for most collections. And that's one of those things. It's just like, I know some figures are necessary, some figures aren't, and some figures that aren't are still fun. This guy it's a decent transformation, but it's a little frustrating. It's not difficult, but it's just like, I want you to work better than it does. It's like when you're transforming and you're looking at it, it's like, why don't you work better? Why don't you have better clearance, better tolerances, better ratchets, better just... Yeah. I still want to pick up their Scourge at some point, because he looks interesting. He looks good, and that's a figure. It's really hard to mess that one up. But as far as the Monster Bots goes, I'm out. I'm not gonna get any more. As a matter of fact, this thing's probably, by the time this video goes up, this figure's been on Facebook and is hopefully long gone by now. So yeah. I can't sit here and say, oh, this is a must buy. It's by far, if you like the Monster Bots and you have an extra $125, or if you have a good coupon for a retailer, maybe you could cash in your points from whichever retailer you use and get this guy for cheap. Or maybe you were lucky and you got my Facebook post, because this guy's probably going up for like, I don't know, 60 or $70. So yeah, I guess that is it.